Hey all, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of an affordable wireless Bluetooth soundbar from LuguLake. Some of you may remember a few months back we reviewed another soundbar that's affordable, this one here that sells for $45 and it's 24 inches, which means that the version here by LuguLake is an even better deal because right now it's selling for the same price. There's an automatic $10 discount when you check out. So the same $45, but it gets you a 40-inch size. The speakers should also be more powerful. Instead of 20 watts, this one is rated at 40 watts, which is very impressive. You can use optical line-in if you don't want to use Bluetooth. Being completely honest, one of the reasons why it's so affordable is because it's not completely new to the market. It was actually released last year, so the price has actually dropped by around 40 to 50%, especially in this holiday shopping season. Just note that because it's fulfilled by Amazon, the packaging that it comes in is extremely large, so the outer cardboard box is almost the size of a Christmas tree when you get it in the mail. Deepen the sound, living sound. So some interesting slogans on there. And then we have just an instruction manual here that tells you how to set it up, connecting it using various different modes to a TV, using Bluetooth to a smartphone or a computer. On one side, we have the remote control using infrared. It's a pretty standard size. We can adjust the volume, play, pause the music, and switch between different sources. Other side includes the mounting screws if you want to put it onto the wall more permanently. There's also some included auxiliary cables that they give you as kind of bonus for connecting various devices. And here is an optical cable as well, which is again a free little bonus. And we have just the soundbar itself, which has the AC power cable that is attached and can't be removed. So here's the back of the soundbar, and for perspective, I have a Chromebook, which is 13 inches on the side here, so you can tell the perspective of how much space it takes up. The body is constructed entirely out of plastic, and on the back we also have all the ports and connectors, including the analog left and right channels. We also have the optical line-in on the right. There's a dedicated power switch as well, which is a safety key to turn it completely off. And here's what the soundbar looks like on the front. It's a very classy, traditional look. It's not too over the top. In fact, there's not too much distinctive elements about it, although we do have some tapered and pretty sharp-looking edges. We just have a fabric that covers up the speaker grills, and we have a metallic accent on this center here that is also for the keys. You can tap on this to turn it on if you don't want to use the remote. On the very other side, we just have the LuguLake logo on the very bottom, and that is pretty much it. And here's what the soundbar looks like putting it on top of a fireplace. Now, one thing that I will say is I'm kind of disappointed by the length of the power cable. You can see that the cord length is actually very short, so it only reaches about halfway. So if you are hanging it onto a wall, you'll definitely need an extender because it's not nearly long enough to reach a power outlet on the base of a floor. You'll know that you've entered the Bluetooth mode after you see a blinking blue LED on the bottom. And now for just some sample audio that we can try with the speaker. Alright, so takeaway from the sound quality is it's actually really impressive. Even in this Bluetooth mode, as I'm playing and pausing the track, there's almost no latency even as a wireless speaker. So the video and the audio are synced up really well. Obviously that's very important because if you're using this for home cinema, you want the movie and the sound to be, played back at the same time. Otherwise, there's a lot of bass as well, and because it is such a long soundbar, there is a true stereo effect. There's a huge separation between the left and right channels, where you can definitely feel something as it's kind of moving across the screen from the left over to the right, and vice versa if you're playing back a movie, that is. So the sound effects that you get out of this for watching movies really is outstanding. You'll definitely still get the best audio quality if you use the optical line, or if you want to use the aux line. It's going to be slightly higher res than using wireless Bluetooth, but you do need to kind of connect that yourself onto a computer or onto a television if you want to try that out. Ultimately, it may lack some of the finer detail, true high-res audio, audiophile grade that you get from a Bose soundbar or a Bang & Olufsen soundbar. But again, the price of this thing is super cheap, and for that cost, I think it's definitely one of the best options to consider. You can check out more details in the links down below, but for now, that's been our video. Thanks for watching. Here are OS reviews. That's been the LuguLake Air wireless Bluetooth soundbar.